Thank you very much. So I'm Chaponda. I am a stand-up comedian, but I was not always on this path. In fact, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually got into Cambridge University. They left a window open. But right now, across the UK, there are university strikes. A lot of professors are demonstrating against the fact that their pensions are being cut. I think we wouldn't be in the current situation if they had said, okay, we're going to cut your pensions, but in return, you get spanking back in the classroom. I think there are a lot of teachers who'd look at that and say, you know what, this is a bargain. I like this. I like this deal. I like this deal. But this is not even the first time that educators have been on strike. A few years ago, it was high school professors and primary school professors. And in that situation, they went on strike and it made no difference. I sometimes think the protests don't even work. Next time, teachers, instead of going on strike, just start teaching nonsense. Just walk in and say, hey kids, 7 times 4 is 208. There's lots of ineffectual protest. In Manchester, where I live, I saw a meat is murder protest. And instead of carrying placards with pictures of cute pigs and cute chickens, they were carrying pictures of burgers and steaks with X's in it. It just made me hungry. I will say this, is that of all the protests that have gone on throughout history, the one which inspired me the most was in 2013 in Liberia, because the country was in the midst of a civil war, and the women of Liberia decided to force peace talks to happen by doing a unique strike. They said, we will not have sex with any men until people start discussing peace. They started discussing peace fast. And this is not the only time this has happened. In South America, 2002, there was a lot of gang violence, and a lot of women said, we will not have sex with any men until you hand in your guns to the police. They did it! It's so inspiring what kind of change can be, what can happen. But at the same time, it also makes me feel better, because I realize now that when my girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with me, she must be really political. She's protesting Black Lives Matter or something. But if you look at America, that's just another case where every other week there seems to be an anti-Trump demonstration. And he's still in power, and he's still saying lots of bonkers nonsense. There are few moments of triumph. There was one moment which really amused me, which was last year when he tried to institute an anti-Muslim ban. And so lots of Americans went on strike, lots of people demonstrated, and they were carrying placards with images of a Muslim woman in a hijab, which was an American flag. And it was driving racists crazy. I don't know why racists love flags. I saw one being interviewed, he was like, they're disrespecting the flag! They're disrespecting the flag! How dare they put it on that woman's head! And I noticed behind him, there was a poster of a stripper. And her bikini was American flag. So I was like, on someone's head, you're losing your mind, but genitals, that's okay. And in England, actually, last year, I was part of a demonstration in Birmingham. It was Britain's first demonstration. Yeah, you didn't expect that. Well, I didn't know what was going on. I was doing a gig in Birmingham, and I heard singing outside my window. I looked down from the hotel room, and I saw loads of people carrying British flags. They had painted face. And I actually just thought there'd been a football match, and it looked like a lot of fun. So I went down to join them, and immediately I stepped out, I realized something was a little bit off. All their signs said things like, no more Muslim mosques, and I was like, I don't know that, team. But what I will say about England, which I find amazing, is you manage your racists well. There was a line of police on one end of the street, a line of police on the other side of the street, and they could just be racist in the middle. Everybody in Birmingham was like, don't bother us, just do your thing and leave us alone. And I felt so safe. I was just taking selfies. Like. But then I found out on the other side of the police line, there was a counter-protest going on. I like it. It's always like a table tennis game. There's always one protest and a counter-protest. And it was United Against Fascism. And I was like, oh, those are my people. So I went to join them. And then it was really boring. It was just a lot of speeches about tolerance and equality. There was no face paint. There was no singing. All I'm saying is, I'm not a fan of racists, but we tolerant people need to up our game. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.